Okay, the last type of graph that we're going to look at today is a histogram. That's still not right. A histogram is, let me get the perfect definition. Mind you, guys, I've been working on this since 9 o'clock, and it's like, it's late. It's like 9 o'clock at night. And my brain is starting to shut down, and this is the last video I'm making for the night. So if I seem a little blah, 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 that's why. But anyway, push and plow. We're going to get this last graph done. We're looking at histograms. And the definition of a histogram is it is a type of bar graph used to display numerical data that has been organized into equal intervals. So they give us a chart, and it talks about the age of presidents. So, at inauguration. So, at the age of presidents at inauguration, from 40 to 44, there was 2 of them. Then from, let's jump up to 55 to 59, there was 12 of them. And from 60 to 64, there were 7. And from 65 to 69, there were 3. So I'm going to take this data and I'm going to make a histogram out of it. And to make a histogram, we have an x-axis and a y-axis. For the y-axis, I'm going to have the number that there are. And for the bottom axis, I'm going to have intervals. So the first interval is 40 to 44. The second interval is 45 to 49. The third interval is 50 to 55, or 50 to 54. 55 to 59. Should have done this before, but thought I had labeled this axis. 60 to 64 and 65 to 69. So basically, the same intervals that were on my chart are now at the bottom. Now I take this data and I interpret it. So from 40 to 44, there were 2. So I'm going to draw a bar, just like I would a bar graph, to mark that there were 2 from 40 to 44. From 45 to 49, there were 7. So I'm going to draw a bar, just very similar to how I would do a bar graph, but there is one key difference. On a histogram, instead of the bars being separated, they're all connected. Do you see how those 2 are connected? So I'm going to work on this histogram and finish it out. From 50 to 54, there were 13 presidents that age. From 55 to 59, there were 12. From 60 to 64, there were 7. And lastly, from 65 to 69, there were 3. Okay? When I'm all done, my histogram is going to look like this. Do you see how all the bars are connected? Now, today when you make your histogram, I want yours to be neater than this. But there is one last kind of histogram. It's called a cumulative frequency histogram. And let me see, can I somehow make this work? So, for the cumulative, the first title was 40 to 44. Well, now it's just going to be less than 45, less than 50, less than 55, less than 60, and less than 65, and less than 70. So we change our intervals just a little bit, and we also change one more key thing. So less than 45, it still stays the same. There are only 2 presidents less than 45. But when we look at less than 50, that category, this is the reason why it's called cumulative frequency. Less than 50 would be this category and this category. So that would be 9. So now I take my bar, my histogram bar, all the way up to 9. For less than 55, I take the 13 that I already have and the 9 and add them together. So 13 plus 9 gives me 22. So I go all the way up to 22. Now, the way I have my scale made won't work. But what I'll show you, I'll do my best to show you what it ends up looking like, is in the book. Here is the regular histogram for the ages of the presidents, and here is the cumulative histogram. If you want more explanation, cumulative frequency histogram, if you want more explanation of that,
it can be found on the study skills study guide that's included in this lesson. And with that, I'm going to call it a night. I hope you have a great day. You will be doing this lesson, I believe, on Tuesday. So make me some pretty graphs. I'm not giving you a ton to do because I want what you do to be good quality work. Make it a lot better than that. You can do it. Have a great day.